Can plants alone keep your pond crystal clear? Some people swear by it. Just fill your pond with lilies and reeds and you'll never need a filter. Others reckon that's just asking for green water and headaches. The truth? Well, I've run ponds both ways, some with no pumps at all and some with filters, and today I'll show you what really works. My name is Kev, and my aim is to help people build and maintain a pond without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and check out my website, Ozponds.com. So first let's talk about why we need filtration. Anything that lives in your pond is going to add nutrient to the water. Fish produce waste, uneaten food breaks down, leaves blow in, and even the plants themselves, when they die back, all of that adds to the nutrient load. When we say nutrients, we're mainly talking about nitrogen, the ammonia, nitrite and nitrate, plus phosphate. These are basically plant foods. Without plants or a proper filter system, they fuel algae. A little algae is fine, but no one wants pea soup water or string algae taking over. Now technically algae aren't plants. They don't have roots or leaves, but they do photosynthesize just like plants. They use light, nutrients and carbon dioxide to grow. There's always CO2 in the pond from fish breathing and organic matter breaking down, but it's not usually the carbon dioxide that limits algae. It's the nutrients and the light. So if you can keep those under control, you can keep algae under control. So how do plants help? Plants take in those nutrients and use them to fuel their growth. That helps keep algae at bay. Floating plants and water lilies can also shade the pond, and that slows algae down and keeps the water cooler. So shade does help, but it's not a silver bullet. Some types of algae like string algae and even some blue-green algae can still grow in low light if there's plenty of nutrient around. So shade is part of the puzzle, but it's not the whole solution. Marginal plants with big root systems also act like natural filters, trapping fine particles and giving beneficial bacteria a place to live. And submerged oxygen plants help balance oxygen during the day. Plant growth isn't steady year-round. In the tropics, yes, but in most places, plants thrive in warm weather and slow down in cooler months. Luckily, your fish slow down too. They eat less, make less waste, and the balance sort of evens itself out. I've got quite a few ponds here at home that don't have any pumps or filters at all. They're just little self-contained ecosystems, and they work. But it's not just the plants doing the job. The substrate at the bottom traps nutrients and provides a home for bacteria, fungi, and tiny critters that recycle waste. These setups only work with small fish in low numbers. I hardly feed them. They survive mostly on mosquito larvae, aphids, daphnia, copepods and ostracods, all these little pond bugs that live in there. But if you try this with koi or ducks, it'll fall apart fast. We need to have the right balance. If more waste is being produced, you need more ways to consume and remove it. So I'm happy to create little plant-only ponds, because if things get out of balance, it's easy to fix. I can scoop out some algae, thin out the fish, trim back the plants, or even add nutrients if the plants are struggling. But on my bigger ponds, I still run moving water through filters, and that's usually always a bog filter. A bog filter works just like a wetland. Water moves slowly through substrate that's full of bacteria, organisms, fungi and plants. The big advantage is it's separate from the main pond, so I can keep lots of open water for fish, for viewing, or even for a swim. However, with no filter, the whole pond ends up packed with plants, which is fine on a small scale, but harder to manage when it's big. And look, this is just the way that I do it. There are plenty of natural ponds and lakes with no pumps, just plants on the margins, and they work fine. So yes, you can absolutely filter a pond with just plants. You could even do it with just rock or sand if the balance is right. The tricky part is balance. It's not always easy and it can change over time. And that's why I find dedicated filters give you room for error. They're like a safety net, letting you enjoy the pond without worrying so much about things tipping out of balance. I personally love plants in ponds. They soak up nutrients, shade the water, give fish cover, boost habitat for critters and trap sediments with their roots. But when they're not actively growing, they also die back and decompose, adding to the waste inside the pond. So plants are amazing, but for a crystal clear, low maintenance pond, plants plus a filter is the sweet spot. If you'd like to learn more about designing your own dream pond without the guesswork, head over to ozponds.com. You can grab my free pond planning bundle, and if you're ready to take it further, check out my Pond Formulas blueprint for everything you need to build a clear, healthy pond that lasts. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. See ya.